Hello everybody, Malakith here and welcome back to Minecraft. This is one of these solo videos again, as I'm sure you can see from the title. So there's some good news, some bad news, some news that you'll probably be relieved about, and some news outside of the game that's also good. I'm just going to start going through them because I'll probably remember them as I go in no particular order. So the outside of the good news is, outside of game good news, is that a very long time there has been a hiss on the microphone when I'm not talking. The last time you probably would have noticed it is the Total War videos, because I put some fixes in place for the Minecraft series and was hoping they worked. And it turns out they did. And of course the cause was Microsoft and their patches, but that annoying hiss that has bugged me for months is finally gone, and hopefully probably more likely if you were a headset wearer rather than if you're sort of watching it on a mobile or a TV that you would have noticed it. So hopefully the sound quality has improved for you. Now, what were the others? Ah, yes, the bad news. I did do a recording of the solo between one and this one, and then there was a power cut, and the recording failed. Well, by failed, the file didn't close off correctly, which means that the whole thing's corrupt. So what that means is, well, you didn't see my nice little farm getting built, or my animal pen, which, yes, I did spend a while getting the grass growing up into here, or, well, the rest of the house. I say the rest of the house. The roof's unfinished. The internals aren't really done. We'll have a quick run up there and have a look. Yeah, I haven't even finished putting the fence up. That's placeholder granite till I can find something that looks, well, better than that. And you can see I've still got construction materials in for the roof. But yes, so you unfortunately missed all of this. I guess we'll finish as a part of this video because I want to get a roof on so I can start living up here and not in the weird mud shack. Somebody in one of the comments nicely put that if you put 4, they said tundra trees, and I was like, well, is a spruce a tundra tree? Maybe, I'll try it. If you put 4 of them next to each other, you get a giant tree with 4 thick. So that's my main source of wood now, because you get silly amounts from them. Which is what's going on over there. What else? Oh, yeah. You may notice it looks a bit different, / a bit better, especially the water effects. I managed to talk with French Monk, and he helped me sort out how to get, I think it's called Optifine, which is like a shader and graphics improvement pack on. So it should look a bit nicer. I haven't opted to replace the blocks with a texture pack because, well, I'm kind of used to what they look like, and relearning things would just be a pain. But, you know, if anyone has any recommendations for a nice texture pack, please put them in the comments. I did see there was one that makes everything look a bit more medieval. That looked pretty cool. And there was like an ultra realism one, which I wasn't sure on, but maybe. They're being stared at by a pig. Don't worry, Piggy. You or your friends will be in that pen soon. Which leaves me with, yes, the last bit. Now, we're going to have to go down in the mines for this. So, I say the mines. Thanks, sound effects. This is as deep as I've gone, because what this is the end part of the, thanks monsters, of the railway track. And then that tunnel leads to the end there, turns left 90 degrees, and then goes all the way to the HQ. I'm not going to show you because it is literally a 5-minute run from here to the other end. And it's something like, hang on, let me look at the numbers. It's like 1,400, maybe 1,500 blocks. You know, a block being one of those. So there's going to have to be a lot of train track. It's 3 high, it's 3 wide. I'll let you do the maths on how long that took me with stone pickaxes, and you can be relieved that I didn't record that, because that would have been dull, tedious, all of the above. What we might get round to during this session is digging down to start our actual mine. Will probably mean investigating, well, all that stuff you can hear. But I want to get the building done first. I also want to say thank you to everyone in the comments. I mean, I don't usually open up like I did in the last video, and the response was, well, amazing, to be honest. So thank you for all the support. Especially from people that went out their way to comment who usually don't. There were a few who were like, well, I don't usually comment. In fact, I never have. But I just wanted to say this. And I was like, oh, that's really encouraging and nice that, you know, you get that sort of support. Right, roof. So what I'm doing, staggered roof, overhangs one on all sides, so no spiders can get up here. Oh yeah, I wasn't putting those ones in for a reason. And my axe is broken. So I need to go back. Back down we go. Oh, yeah, I was meant to be putting a ladder on that. The reason I wasn't is because I needed to make sure the room was sealed first. Right. Really, I'm short on cobblestone, of all things. There is hundreds of cobblestone in the tunnels. Basically, I would mine until I ran out of pickaxes, then put down a crafting bench and a chest, empty out all of the cobblestone and whatever else that I dug, and then continue. Right, let's that on that side. So this is meant to be a chimney. Once I find a nicer looking stone, I will replace it. But for now, the granite can do. I'm sure it'll be polished something. Of course, I don't have enough of it. There's a load more of it down in the tunnels. I'll have to go grab it at some point. Alright, then my other thoughts were, if I now make this a bit of a flat roof, I can come up here and use it to look around, keep an eye on things, etc. Not sure what I'm going to do, like, under the roof, inside. I might make that where the beds go. Make it like a bunk room for if Chad and Co come to visit. Because they're going to want somewhere to sleep so we can turn day to night. Night to day, even. I don't want to turn day to night. Can do that. Oops, missed. Alright, for now, just to nasties away, I'll stick 4 torches up here, but ultimately I want something better looking than that. 6 torches. I'll probably make lanterns, to be fair, if I can work out how to make them. Oh, we've got a bit of lava over there because while I was digging the tunnels, obviously I came across many lakes and lava flows and all sorts of nasty things. Oh, there's a fault with my cunning plan. Get some nice lighting effects with this mod pack. I do like it. Right. How high is... Not... Really, I wanted it one higher. That you've got a decent height room here as well. Maybe I'll actually go do that. Take the roof one higher, make it a bit skinnier up the top. Because then you got a 3 height bit to stand in. You can stand in the 2 high, but it just feels claustrophobic. Where's my ladders? Actually, I don't need it, really. 2 doors. I need to be able to get in one side. Now, we want you there. Is that gonna work? No, done that wrong. And we have that'll do it. Gets me up to this height. Oh, can I have that one? No. Can get away with that one though. You know what I mean about the claustrophobic feel? So we want to get that layer. Just for now. Don't intending to keep it this way. So I can get up and work on it. Might work. Right. Probably going to need to keep those blocks, but I don't know, so... Get rid of them. I'll leave those for now. We'll chop this way. as with the other end, I'll leave the outer layer. Alright, let's go retrieve that lot. Oh, hello. I probably wanted those. Or did I? Oh, I don't even know. Alright, let's get this sort of middle floor in. Then we can start working this out. So while I was digging the giant tunnel, you might be wondering what I found. So as I've already mentioned, I found lots of... There was a couple of lakes that I came up into. Well, I was actually probably, to describe it, 4 blocks below all the lakes, but the bottom of lakes tend to be sand. So I would dig out the bit of stone, and then suddenly all the sand would fall down, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll dig out all of those, and then the water would just appear, and you'd be like, oh, crap, I'm drowning, as usual. But I did manage to overcome those issues. The lava was slightly more interesting when that occurred. Busy minding my own business. And then I could just hear lava, and I was like, that's going to be close. And then it was all around me, and I was like, Dug through the next part, and yep, it fell on my head. I had to come back later with a bucket and scoop the source block, which is what you can see down there. It now just mildly drips on your head through the block above it to sort of indicate, yep, there's lava above here. I'm sure Chad will show up and dig it at some point and get lava on his face. But, hey. As long as he's recording, everyone gets some excitement. I think in reality, I'm gonna have ladder up the chimney to the roof. Be my way of getting up there. Let's go sort that out now, and I can get rid of that staircase, and we can start making this look how we want it. Okay, that's not what I thought. Maybe it's this one. There we go. And yes, I'm aware there's a little... This thing gives you all the recipes, but I like trying to run from memory. Get the mud out of the living room. And that lets us chop these back. One. Oh yeah, that's 4 wide. That's 4 wide. I reckon build across this one with the wood. Stick glass in the rest of that. You'll get a nice sunrise and sunset out of them. Now I spotted. Yep, we were missing one. Also means get rid of that. I'll put something there. I don't know what. We'll put something there. Now, where did I store the glass? Apparently, I used it all. There's a squid dying. Yeah. Fine. Right. Not sure what we put in there. Possibly that'll be where all my furnaces go. Probably put some light up here before we get zombies and skeletons spawning in my roof space. Looking at it going, what on earth has happened there? Why am I missing half a block? And then I realized it was the completely wrong block type, which is why it's done it. Right. Time to go grab some of the granite while we wait for the sand to bake. You'll get to see a bit of this tunnel. It really does just look like this for the most part, all the way along. It goes down to 1 wide for the final part because I realised just how far away Chad's HQ was and didn't feel like spending an additional 2 to 3 hours digging it. But the start bit's this wide. Yeah, there you go. So you can see I'm just below a lake. There you go. Here's the 1 wide section I was on about. Anytime it currently gets to a 3 wide section, either I'd broken into a cave that I needed to sort out, which is usually indicated by the cobblestone. You know, I just dug through the middle of a place full of zombies. Or I ran out of pickaxes and needed somewhere to build. So this just looks like this the whole way to the HQ now. Just a continuous line of torches with white light. I'll say white, might be blue, whatever, at the end, as if you're walking towards the end. Silverfish were frustrating. Also, there's lots of stuff like this along where I just couldn't be bothered to deal with it, which I'm sure Chad will come running along at some point and go, oh, just dig giant holes and things. Much like he did with the hole in the little room in the HQ you saw in episode 1. Episode 1? Actually, you may not have seen that yet. Obviously, I was blocking something in here. Probably that water you can hear. It was a lot longer to my first chest than I thought. My first chest doesn't have any granite in. Oh boy. I mean, I'm going to take the useful bits. I think there's another room up here. Yep, that's another lake. This was the bit I was talking about with the sand. I said I wasn't going to run along this, I know, but go for a bit of a sprint. Oh, seriously. How far was it before I ran out of pickaxes? I must have had a big old crafting spree of an infantry full of them. Here comes the room. What was this one? Probably just breaking into another cave. Oh, and of course, the whole time I was down here, the days were ticking by. And fortunately, French Monk logged on eventually to help me connect up to the HQ end of this. Okay, has someone else been on here and emptied out all my chests? There's no way I would have dug this far without having to stop again to craft something. There's the loot chest, though. Why is there only a crafting bench? Somebody's been on. Well, that's changed these plans. Still no granite. Alright. Change plan. I only need enough for my chimney. I will take it direct from the wall. Problem is, I've no idea how many I need. So, we're going to overstock. But now I've got 64. I mean, I had it in my inventory all along and just thought it was dirt because I can't tell them apart. Sorry. Tell you what, I'll end this episode here and we'll resume when I get back to the base. So hopefully you enjoyed it other than the last minute tunnel run. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.